radio play for today, The Phantom Killer, is based on a most unusual story which will appear in next Sunday's issue of the American Weekly, the magazine distributed with all Hearst Sunday newspapers from coast to coast. Front-page dramas are produced in the studios of the General Broadcasting Company. For 2 weeks, Justice Harrigan has presided over Part 7 of the criminal court, where learned and clever counsel have battled over the life and liberty of one Tony Cerrone, under indictment for murder with malice aforethought and other legal descriptive passages. Through the tedium of court routine, with dramatic examinations and cross-examinations, allegations, recriminations, and oratorical bombast, the 12 good men and true, including a member of the fair sex, have bravely sat it out. They have, to be sure, at various times, shifted positions, dozed, made major and minor repairs to their fingernails, stifled yawns, counted the spectators, planned vacations, made up their Christmas shopping lists, and otherwise pleasantly passed the time. The last 4 or 5 hours have really been the hardest to bear, because lawyers for both sides have thoroughly reviewed the prisoner's life, the crime for which he is on trial, the daily record of the past 2 weeks' activities, and all of which has been methodically and judiciously recounted and commented on by Justice Harrigan as he charged the jury with their duties and responsibilities to the defendant and state. And now come with us into the room where the jury are beginning their deliberations. The foreman is speaking.
And just as His Honor has said, it's up to us to decide if Tony Cerrone is guilty or not guilty. And if he is, just what punishment should be meted out. And we've got to review the whole case for ourselves. So I'll run over the main points. If I leave out anything, stop me. Well, on the night of the 30th, it seems that Earl Newman left the Mill Hotel and started to report for his midnight shift at the plant. He stopped at a lunchroom in the yard and...
Hello. What will it be? A cup of coffee as usual?
Yes, sir. Draw one, Gus. Couldn't start to work without something to brace me up. Quiet tonight?
Yeah. I'm closing up in a little while. Just as soon as these boys settle the World Series. Hey, well, sure looking so elegant, heute Nacht. You must have some good news, huh?
I'll say I have. Had a letter from my girl today.
Yes?
She says anytime I send for her, she'll come on. Permanent.
Ain't that nice? And from what I hear, that may not be long. You're up for that foreman's job that's open, ain't it?
Well, that's what they tell me, Gus. But you know how those things are. I never count any of my chickens until they're full crowing roosters.
That's the safest bet. You've been here now only 3 months, ain't it?
3 months to a day. And that calls for a celebration. So I guess I'll celebrate. Give me a sinker with my coffee.
Yeah, sure. Here you are. They tell me that Pat Mara and that Sweet what's-his-name had another mix-up as they was coming off their shift tonight. You know, some night they'll kill each other if they keep it up.
Yeah, that's a lot of threatening talk, and that's a fact. Sure are some tough customers around this plant. I'm glad I mind my own business.
You sure do. I have never heard one man say nothing against you.
Well, that means time to go to work.
Yeah.
I'll best finish this sinker and swallow my Java. And beat it. So long, Gus. See you tomorrow night.
You don't work too hard for your money.
Don't worry. Hello, Kim. Hey there. What are you...
And one of the bullets from this Phantom Killer's gun went through Earl Newman's heart and brought instant death.
Excuse me, Mr. Foreman, but I think it only fair to point out that none of the witnesses could swear that the killer, dressed in black, was Mr. Cerrone.
Quite true, madam. But they all noted that the killer had a peculiar loping run and fluttering arms as he ran to the fence, swung himself over, and disappeared.
Well, when that handsome lawyer had Mr. Cerrone run up and down in front of us during the trial, I didn't see that he had any peculiar loping fluttering arms.
I agree with you, madam. He didn't. But if you recall, 3 witnesses testified that they saw him run in the jail corridor, and at that time he did have.
Oh, yes, you're right. I remember now. And I couldn't help but think at the time of my first husband and how he... I'm sorry. Of course, you couldn't be interested in that. Go on.
Since the lady mentions the defendant at this time, let's consider the testimony of his character witness, his landlady. Now, according to her...
Good evening, Mrs. Murphy. It's a fine night.
Sure is a fine night, Mrs. Cerrone. Coming in early, ain't you?
Oh, I'm tired tonight. I went out for a walk. Nice long walk. Now I think I'll go to bed. Tomorrow I must be up with the sun and at the work.
Well, of course, it ain't none of my business. But I should think a nice, quiet, effective man like yourself would be having himself a nice Italian sweetheart.
You're most kind, Mrs. Murphy. But the girls, they do not be interested, Tony Cerrone.
They got a nice poker game upstairs in my women's room. Why don't you go on up and join them for this?
Thank you, but I do not gamble and I do not drink.
You don't drink? I thought every Italian liked his vino. Well, I must say, Mr. Cerrone, for a red-blooded man, you certainly haven't any bad habits. What do you do with your spare time?
Me? Oh, I walk. Just to take a walk. I like to walk. And a pee.
Sounds kind of lonesome to me. Let's be honest. If I didn't have a man around some of the time, I don't know what I'd do.
I'm very sure the men would like to be around you, Mrs. Murphy.
Go on with you, Mr. Cerrone.
Oh, I forgot to give you my rent this morning. Here you are.
Thank you. Of course, I wasn't worrying about getting it, you understand, Mr. Cerrone. But I will say that I was noticing that you didn't give it to me. This is the first time since you come here. You didn't pay me right off the morning for zoo.
Yes, I'm very sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Don't you be thinking anything about it. By the way, did you hear about the poor lad getting killed last night?
Yeah.
Wasn't that terrible? Killed dead in his tracks.
Yeah.
And nobody knows who done it. You was out late last night, Mr. Cerrone. You didn't see the killer, did you?
Me? Oh, no. I was walking on the other side of the town.
Well, I do hope they catch the killer, don't you?
Well, I don't think they will.
Why not?
Nobody saw his face. Nobody can say what he looks like.
That's right. Some say he wore a mask, and some say he didn't. Don't it bait all how mixed up people get in excitement.
Yes, you're quite right, Mrs. Murphy. Well, excuse me. I think I'll go to bed.
Oh, sure. Here I'd be jabbering away. You're so tired. Good night, Mr. Cerrone. Good night. I don't like the girls, eh? Well.
And so the landlady said he was the most blameless man she ever knew. Things seemed to be quiet around the mill for the next couple of months. And then the same fate was met by another worker in almost the same spot.
Yes, that's right, Mr. Foreman. And the killer was seen running away with that same funny, fluttering loaf as the one before. I suppose one could almost call it an antidote. oh, yes. Oh, well, go on, Mr. Foreman.
If you don't mind, madam, I will.
Oh, no, indeed, I don't mind at all. In fact, I wish you would.
Thank you. As I was about to say, from this second murder, the police learned that the same person had done both killings. Because
I know, because the bullets taken from the body of the second victim were just like the bullets from the body of Mr.
Exactly.
I remembered that scientific fact all right. And to say women shouldn't be on jury.
Well, then it seems the men in the mill got worried about what might happen to any of them. So they started putting their heads together to try to figure out which of their fellow workers might be the killer. They traced down everyone seen looking in through the windows of the lunchroom each night at the change of shift, because each victim had been killed as he left the lunchroom to go to work. Well, finally they started on Cerrone. The detective went up to his boarding house.
Well,
I'm from police headquarters, ladies.
the police, whatever do you want with me?
We're not interested in you. Does Tony Cerrone live here?
He does, but he's not home.
Well, that's all right. I'll come in anyway. Now, where's his room?
Well, what are you?
That's okay. Here's my search warrant.
First floor back. Whatever do you want of Mr. Cerrone? A more honest, law-abiding man never lived.
We'll see about that. Is this his room?
Yes, the door ain't locked. We're right in.
All right. Oh, this is his room, huh? Pretty bad looking, isn't it? All your rooms look like this one, lady?
I furnish each one according to the wishes of the gentleman
That's
occupying
the
it.
clothes closet over there, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to do a little looking around, lady. You better stay here with me. Guess I'll start in on these dresser drawers here.
Would you mind telling me what you're looking for?
Well, I'm just looking, that's all, lady. I don't know what I may find before I'm through, though.
Well, that don't make no sense to me at all. How do you know when you've found what you're looking for when you don't know what you're looking for to start with?
I'll know. Well, nothing but clothes in this drawer. And nothing in here
I
either.
tell you, Mr. Cerrone is the most quietest warder in the house. Minds his own business and goes to church regular.
Is that so? Well, one of the worst murderers I ever arrested was a pillar of his church, too.
I suppose you're looking for a gun.
Well, maybe I am. You never can tell, lady.
Don't tell me you're going to find it among all those letters and newspapers.
Hey, can you beat that?
How should I know? I ain't reading what you ask.
This is about the murder of Earl Newman. And one on the Travis killing. Now, what do you suppose he's saving these up for?
Because he knew them two poor fellows, and so he's saving the story of how they died.
Oh, yeah? Trusting soul, ain't you, lady? Why, every murderer keeps his publicity. You're worse than those movie stars. I'll just take these along with me. They may come in handy. And now I'll take a look in that clothes closet. Hey, this door is locked. You better open it for me, lady.
I haven't any key. Mr. Cerrone put that lock on himself.
Is that so? Well, Mr. Cerrone is going to have to put on a new one right now. Well, you thought you was kidding me with that crack about finding the gun, didn't you, lady?
Haven't you ain't found one?
No, but look here.
What's that?
A leather holster. And here's a dark pair of pants with the right-hand pocket cut out and a canvas holster sewed in to replace it. Well, what do you know about that?
Here comes Mr. Cerrone now.
Well, I'm ready for him.
Oh, please, put the gun away.
Not on your life, lady. I ain't taking no chances. All right, Cerrone. Put up your hands.
Hey, what's this? A hold-up?
No, I'm from police headquarters. Stand still, I'll look you over.
Oh,
Come here.
he made me let him in, Mr. Toroni.
That's all right. That's all right,
I'll
Miss
say
Murphy.
it's all right. Look here.
A gun.
Yeah. And it fits this here holster, too. Where'd you get this little plaything, Durant?
A friend of mine had give it to me, so I could have protected myself from it at the fence to McKeeler.
Oh, yeah? Well, what about this mask you had in his pocket?
Oh, that's from a Halloween party I went to.
Is that so? Well, suppose you tell that to the judge. Now, come on
Oh,
along.
wait a
Toroni.
minute.
And so the evidence points toward this man being guilty of murdering two of his fellow workers, Earl Newman and William Travers.
Oh, I do hope you'll forgive me for mentioning it, my dear Mr. Foreman, but nobody has identified Mr. Cerrone as the killer.
That's right. The lady is
How
right.
can they get around that?
That's true, gentlemen. We must weigh that very carefully.
The defendant swore that the gun had been given to him, didn't he?
Yes, that's right. I remember that distinctly.
Maybe it had been. What have we got to go by that it wasn't given to him?
Nothing except that no witness was produced who could substantiate the statement. Now, if somebody did give Cerrone that gun, why wasn't he produced at the trial in there?
Oh, but what are we going to do about the identification situation? We really ought to set us
I
there.
think the bullets take care of that.
The police?
Sure. The bullets found in the bodies was the same caliber as the ones in the gun found in Cerrone's pocket.
You're right, Mr. Cohen. Now it seems to me that we're about ready to take a vote.
Oh, yes. What was that noise?
Oh, probably a car backfiring down in the street. Let's attend to the business at hand, please, madam. Now, as I was saying, we're ready to take a vote?
Good. I always am ready to vote. I told my husband, my second husband, that is, that when I was chosen to be with all you handsome gentlemen, I told him that this was one time when I could vote and have it count.
Quite so, madam. Quite so. And now, if... Will someone please see what that is?
Yes, certainly.
I'll pass around these slips of paper. Will you write the verdict on them? Here you are, madam.
Oh, yes, thank you. Oh, will somebody let me have a
Mr. Foreman.
Yes, what is it?
The defendant just grabbed his gun from the evidence table and killed himself right in the middle of the courtroom.
Quiet, please. Well, what are we to do now?
The judge wants you to come back to the jury box and be discharged.
Oh, very well. Let us go back, gentlemen. And you too, madam.
Well, I never.
Now what?
Oh, how very inconsiderate of Mr. Cerrone. He might have waited till I had registered my vote. I was all ready to give him the benefit of the doubt and acquit him.
Be sure to read the interesting details of this baffling murder case when it appears in next Sunday's issue of the American Weekly, the magazine distributed with all Hearst Sunday newspapers from coast to coast. The story will be found under the title, Mystery of the Steel Mills Phantom Slayer Solved. This is Wentworth announcing, and turning the microphone over to your own announcer. Our radio play for today, The Golden House, is suggested by a most fascinating article concerning ancient Rome, which will appear in next Sunday's issue of the American Weekly, the magazine distributed with all Hearst Sunday newspapers from coast to coast. Front page dramas are produced in the studios of the General Broadcasting Company. Our story opens in the west wing of the Golden House of Nero. A long line of graceful colonnades lift their polished shafts toward the sky. Slaves are busy with mallet and chisel. Atticus, a mere boy, is struggling desperately to loosen a huge stone. Over him, whip in hand, stands a giant Atobe, an officer in the Praetorian Guard.
You imbecile. That stone's not heavy. Lift it into place.
I cannot move the stone. Truly, it is beyond my strength.
So, Atticus, you refuse to work. Must I lay the whip across your back?
No. Please, not the whip again. I will work. Give me a chisel and mallet.
Slaves do not choose their work. Lift that stone into place.
I cannot move the stone. I cannot. Oh, Father above, help me.
You hear that, Romans? This slave calls upon the Christian God. He is punishable by death, Atticus.
I only know I cannot lift the stone.
You will put the stone in place or be flogged until you cannot crawl. When I come free, the whip falls.